Hey, welcome back guys. Matt here from myrawintuition.com. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Got Slicky here. He's going to help me start a new batch of sprouts. And I wanted to show you guys the sunflower sprouts that I grew just in a jar. So I used to think you had to grow sunflower sprouts in soil, but I learned that you do not have to, and you can just grow them right in a jar. And they turned out really nice, so I wanted to show you guys what they look like. And so the little trick that I found to get off all of the black little seed shells is once you've got them to the point where you're ready to harvest them, put them into a bowl, and then you want to fill it with water and then just vigorously mix it around, and that's gonna knock off all of the all the little shells from the sunflower sprouts, because when they grow, if you've never seen sunflower sprouts, the seeds stick on to the leaf, onto these two little budding leaves, and so sometimes you gotta pull them off. And so that's a little trick, because these were actually, so doing it this way, I didn't know if they were still good to eat. They had kind of a dirty smell, and they were really dirty within the jar. And so I wasn't sure if they were gonna be good or not, but they actually turned out, they're delicious. I haven't had sunflower microgreens or sprouts for probably like 5 or more years. So it was really nice to be able to grow these just in a jar. That's gonna make it a lot easier to be able to grow these. You can still do them in soil if you want, but it's nice to know that you have that option to grow it without soil. So let me show you kind of what I'm gonna start this new batch with. So I'm gonna start another jar of sunflower seeds, and these came from Sproutman.com. We're gonna do some alfalfa, broccoli, and then down on the floor next to me I've got French lentils and green peas. So that's 5. Oh, and then I've got a bag here of yellow peas. So we've got 6 different types of seeds, and so that's gonna give us a lot of variety. It's really great adding to salads. And so as you guys, got a cat hair in my mouth. As you guys know, it's great to get different varieties of different plant foods into your diets. And so adding these into your salads, I've actually really been liking the alfalfa sprouts in my smoothies. So I've been putting those in my morning smoothies along with some other greens, and that's been really nice. And then the broccoli sprouts I have been eating with my lunch meal with my oranges. So it's pretty easy to find different ways to get more sprouts, more living foods into your diet. The difference between raw food and living food is that raw food could be, basically raw food is just food that hasn't been heated above 118 or so degrees, and so it still has most of its enzymes still intact. Living food, so again, raw food could be sitting on a shelf. It could be, 3 weeks old since it was picked or since it was harvested. Living food is food that is still actively growing and still has that life force or that charge in it from the soil. If you've ever harvested your own berries or your own greens, if you go out and pick wild edibles, you'll notice that just after a few days, it's limp and it doesn't look very good anymore. So, that is the charge, is what I call it, from the earth that leaves the food. It's kind of like when you disconnect your phone from its charger. right away it's going to start to be losing that charge. And so after a day or two, your phone is out of battery. That's kind of the same thing that happens with these, with our foods. So the minute we pick something off of a tree or we take it out of the soil, it's immediately starting to lose nutrition, starting to lose enzymes, it's starting to lose that vibrancy and that charge that it was holding from the earth. And so that is why living foods, which are foods that pretty much what I like to classify them as, is foods that have been harvested less than 48 hours ago. So with these sprouts, they're growing at the time that you're eating them. So they're about the freshest foods that you can include into your diet. And so, you know, if you go to the grocery store, again, most things are probably weeks, maybe months old since they've been picked. And so that's why it's really important, in my opinion, to get as many living foods in your diet as possible. And you can do that by growing sprouts, by shopping at your local farmers market, or growing, you know, your own food in your garden. So that's how, basically you just want to eat food as close to the time that it was harvested as possible to get the full spectrum of health benefits, you know, that charge from the earth provides. So I think that's like a hidden vitamin or a hidden nutrient that we don't hear about. It's that charge from the earth that charges our bodies from those live foods. All right, so that's my little spiel. I'm not going to actually, you know, fill everything here. I will tell you though that I'm going to use the half cup for the lentils and the peas, and then the fourth cup for all of the like salad sprouts, like the broccoli, like the alfalfa, and I might actually do a third of a cup of the sunflower, just because I think we can get a good harvest. You know, I think the germination rate will be good adding a few more into the jar than I did last time, which was a fourth cup. All right, and just so you guys can see, this was our last harvest of sprouts, so that's why I'm refilling our jars. We've got green peas, we've got red lentils, some alfalfa still in there. And this one's got broccoli sprouts and fenugreek. So it's really nice, guys, to add some of these just into your, you know, what you're normally eating. So like I like to have, right now I've been eating a lot of oranges for lunch. And so I'll have a bowl of several different types of sprouts. And then sometimes I'll put some seasoning on there, like some Cajun seasoning, or, you know, sometimes I'll have a little avocado with it, maybe put some kimchi or some sauerkraut with that. And so it's a nice little kind of a little side salad of sprouts that can go along with really any meal. And so that's been really nice for me. I've been really enjoying that. So yeah, that is all I got for you today, guys. If you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments box below. Also, remember, guys, distilled water is the way to go. I can quick show you the distiller once again. I have a discount code, Raw Intuition, and you can just use the link down in my description box. The Pure Water Mini Classic CT. This is the water distiller that I use. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys about this, and I'm telling you, this one is the best countertop water distiller that you can get, in my opinion. It's been working great for me. I've had it for probably coming up on 2 years now, and my other family members have one of these as well. They've had it for probably 5 or more years, and it's still working perfectly for them. Also, there's a link down in the description box. We won't go and show you the automatic model, but in the description box down below, if you're looking for a more, you know, more output, if you have a larger family or you just use a lot more distilled or more water, you can check out the automatic distiller. And I do have a video that compares the two, and I'm gonna start doing more videos on these because I've just been getting so many questions from you guys since I've been talking about it. And it's just, it's been such a blessing for us. And it's, everybody that gets one with my discount code or just anywhere, they always have great feedback. And so that makes me even more excited to share it with people so people can get the benefits of distilled water and just, not consuming those agricultural chemicals, the, chemicals people spray on their lawns, just the chemicals the city or the state puts in your water supply. The pollution around us is immense, and so getting all that out it's vital. And so check out those water distillers in the description box down below. And guys, again, let me know if you have any questions about the sprouts. And until next time, always follow your raw intuition.